Students judged to be on the autism spectrum can sometimes find it tough to comfortably fit into a normal school routine. Kathyrn Mahony, the district coordinator, and transition specialist Sherry Elander sat down recently with Connecting Point correspondent Carolee McGrath to talk about East Mountain Transition Services. It's a program aimed at helping students with disabilities in developing social skills and allowing them to gain confidence as they learn right alongside their peers.
It began as a program for students who would never be able to get their high school diploma, so therefore would not be able to have the college experience. But over the years, they've adjusted now where what we typically refer to as Tier 1 students, the students who do an alternative assessment, who get a certificate of completion upon graduation versus the typical diploma. And now we have a Tier 2, which is students who have obtained their diploma but still need a lot of skill development in the area of social skills, community integration, self-advocacy, and things that tie into becoming a whole person in the community.
And so can you tell me a little bit about the range of abilities that students have coming into the program?
Well, we have quite a range. We have some students who are able to transport themselves because they have driver's license and can negotiate traveling around the community. We have some students who are nonverbal and would be considered sort of significantly disabled. And so it just depends. So there's a variety of skills that students are going to need to be successful within the community once they turn 22. And so we just individualize programming for these students. So as Sherry mentioned, we have students who are going to college, and some of those students you'd be very surprised to see. They aren't the students who are necessarily driving themselves to college. It can be a student with limited verbal or very low social skills. And one of the pieces that has been, I think, one of the greatest gifts that we've given our students because of this is that self-determination. They're able to self-advocate, and it's almost as though they hold their head a little higher, right, because they are being treated and respected as though they are a typical 18 to 22-year-old. So we've seen great growth in terms of students who have intellectual impairments, so you might not anticipate them being able to make decisions on their own behalf, and yet they'll speak up and tell you exactly what they want and rejoice when they achieve something that no one expected them to.
So we sit down with the family and the student and whomever else is in their circle and really find out what their interests are, what responsibilities they have in the home, their connections to the community, things that they've tried that they didn't like, things that they've liked, and we come up with what their dream is. So we take a dream and we help to bring it down so that each year we're working towards that dream, whether it is to have them understand more clearly what opportunities will really be available or what ones might need to shift or change a bit.
Okay, and have you ever followed through with these kids after they leave you and you go back and look at their dream? I mean, tell us a little bit about that.
Sure. There's so many. I'm trying to think of. I remember with the Holyoke Community College program, there was a student who, by virtue of being part of the drama program at HCC, they ended up meeting students who were involved in drama, and this student ended up connecting with students at the University of Massachusetts who was also involved in the drama piece. And this student had the opportunity to go up and spend time and actually spent nights at UMass being mentored by these other students. Sometimes it's a student going into a job site and connecting with an employer in a way that we know we've developed lifelong, relationships and potential for. So it's a lot of it's very relational. It's about who they connect with. Students who you'd never expect to be able to ride the bus by themselves, and they're not only are they riding the bus, but we had a student who had to connect through in Holyoke, and the bus wasn't there, and being able to problem solve how to manage that. And one of the things that Sherry's done so much work with is that using the technology that the students have. So we encourage students to get smartphones because it allows them the opportunity to connect in ways, and if they can't problem solve on their own, that they actually will reach out to Sherry or one of her staff to help them make decisions that they can't make. And what we end up with is sometimes kids who are really not big communicators becoming quite I don't know the word, but very, very much in loving the use of the phone, and all of a sudden texting, and we're saying, okay, now enough is enough, kind of thing, because it's a power, I guess, that they never expected to be able to use their voice in that way. So
that's great, Kathyrn and Sherry. Thank you so much for coming on and talking about this great program. We appreciate it.
It's a pleasure.